participating in making a black child sit in the middle of a cafeteria in front of white children and black children, and the white children was shown that they had superior over the black child, and the black child was taught to be put back in his damn place. That if Mr. Charlie decides that you want, and he wants you to eat out of a garbage can, that he has no protection from his own race within that building. This is a travesty. Those same black teachers go to your church, they smile in your face, and your helpers get your hair done together. Do you have no shame? Do you have no self-respect as a parent? I have 2 children of my own. Went through hell over them. I have 9 godchildren of multiple races. And I wouldn't give a damn whoever defiles a child in my presence. I will take your life. And let Mr. Charlie do what he do. Because he going to do what he do whether you take his life or not. So you might as well take that person's life. You don't make no child. And nothing Mr. Charlie going to tell me that it was right for that white woman to make that child eat out of that garbage can. She's lucky she ain't hanging from a tree. Now, individuals, Facebook and all, would be upset. They would claim that I'm inciting. But I asked them, they would claim, before you sanction me, you the one that put it out there. In your own white way, if you wanted to keep on doing your dirt, you should have kept on doing it. You shouldn't have tried to make profit off of it. Now it's out there. What do we don't do? It's out there how they physically threw a woman out a store because she asked for a refund in Virginia. She was physically attacked, and because the white man lawyer knew the judge, they circumvented the court system. Do you still go shop there? Do you love Mr. White Man's dog so much that you're going to go buy dogs and treats? Are you going to buy dog food that is sold in that store? Are you going to send letters to that dog food company and say, if you sell them one, drop a dog food, one toy, anything? Where are you playing a part in stopping this ignorance? Other than trying to look for an up in a Negro college or in a public assistance or a check. They are attacking our children. Do you have no shame? Do you have no self-respect for yourself? Every black parent in America should be outraged to even know that a teacher, let alone a white teacher, had the gall and the audacity to believe that she had the right to make a black child eat out of the garbage can and use it as a training aid of white supremacy, and black teachers assist them. This will not stand. I ask every black veteran out there, because you gave your life so those children can have a better life. Your fathers came home from World War II so your children can have the same opportunity. Your brothers died in Vietnam so others can progress. Brothers in Desert Storm, you went to fight for oil. Will you fight for the right for your child not to eat out of a garbage can? Enough is enough. Enough is really enough. Now, every parent at that Ohio school still have their child going to their school knowing that it's a federal lawsuit against that school because that white teacher made that child eat out of a garbage can. It is not the time to correct black people about their children in that manner. Nor was it ever a time to correct a black person about their children. At your leisure, you correct Afro-Americans in that manner about their children because their children are less than human in white people's eyes. How much longer must this continue on, and how much longer must you feed into the ideology? Anybody who speaks about what is occurring in America is wrong. Why are you continuously listening to people in the Black Congressional Caucus when they have full accessibility to the same information which is given on the streets to you. I am not your father. I am not your keeper. I am your brother. And in this wasteland of species which we must exist in, we both wallow in this. The difference between you and I is just a matter of time before they get you, because they ain't going to get me. Because I see them for who they are. We can live in peace. We can be friends. But you have a genetic defect. And it is void of any humanity. And your fictional creature, which you paint white, is an illusion to foolish, ignorant people. You use it as a tool of oppression. You use it as a mask to hide your devilish ways. These thoughts never came into my mind as a youth. It was slowly planted there by behavior. In America I live in, you must only trust applied behavior. And in this situation, I'm going to have to apply it directly. Any individual, any sick individual in the great state, if that's what you call them, backward ass people in Ohio. That's what I said, you're backward. Because if you wasn't backward, you'd have been at that school. You'd been at that school as black parents, even if it wasn't your child. You have a moral, ethical right to protect a black child from being oppressed. And you are so superficially caught up in your life that you would allow this to pass. Immediate, swift action is needed. It is no longer a debate of investigation. Termination and removing of accreditation is required. Or unfortunately, the price will be a pound of flesh. These are words with Mr. Charlie stir dripping from his left anus. He fully understands. I ask no forgiveness for my choice of language. I ask no forgiveness for my choice of speech. What I do ask forgiveness is for the action of that teacher. Because for every action, there is a reaction.
Jackpot.
And in the times we living in, it is best for Ohio School Department of that individual county to terminate that woman, to remove her accreditation, and all those individual women teachers who participated in it, black and white alike. If they were a cafeteria worker and they participated by not stopping the teacher, then they should be terminated. That they food handlers certification and safety certification should be terminated because they fully knew what she did was heinous. But they participated for $1. When all of those individuals who will be questioned about their choice of behavior, I know what the white woman gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you what the black woman gonna say. Yeah, because I can't be sure of a lie, but I can be sure of a goddamn lie. The black American woman, she would say in this circumstance, well, I got children at home to feed. I got this going on. It ain't none of my business. Girl, I need my job. But God forbid, maybe she be 60 or may she be 20 in that school department. God forbid may have been her grandchild. God forbid if it would have been her granddaughter. God forbid if it would have been her grandson. God forbid if it would have been her nephew. God forbid if it would have been her niece. God forbid if it would have been the third drippings of Mr. Charlie's left nut. It's still a child. And if you have the proper chromosome, and you have been embedded with humanity in your veins, then you were disgusted by that Caucasian and her blatant racism. To try to fabricate it or dress that monkey up would be an insult to any parent who accepts it. To talk in your Anglo-Saxon tongue from the Oxford Dictionary and the Thesaurus means that you feel that I am less than you because you're trying to manipulate me through elegant speech. I say to you, you lost Afro-Americans, you individuals who need a Friday to help you get off the wasteland that you have abandoned yourself upon, that to let this pass, you will reap what you sow. To not show some level of force, because talking is over. This was done openly. The last time something like that occurred openly in this country, it was 1817. And if you investigate that teacher, you can guarantee she a Trumper. You can guarantee she a Trumper. Now, in closing, since I didn't relieve the stress of society, since I didn't told you your shortcomings as parents, as I try to get us all to understand, to be forever watchful, even now, especially within the school system, because we have white educators who are continuously trying to push the envelope of racism. These white female teachers have done this for decades. They have done this with the sanction of the school department. This department head who sanctioned this white woman to do this should be removed from his job. The principal who had acknowledgement of this occurring, who kept it quiet, should be terminated because she sanctioned that. If she didn't sanction it, she had no problem with every parent asking her to have one of her children eat out of a garbage can. If she found a learning lesson in that, then have your child eat out of a garbage can and you explain it to us. But no, she wanted to use another race and she wanted to humiliate another race, and then she wanted to get the ignorant people of the other race to participate in it, and God darn it, didn't they do it? All for a check. Keep in mind, when you say that I may be a misogynist, that I am a misogynist, or this brother got a problem, you need to look in the mirror. You need to evaluate who is the one that's being programmed. You need to be the one who falls short of the mark. Because you, in your great accomplishment, in your great strides, in this period of Mr. Biden, you would truly be the first Negro. Because this generation of Afro-Americans will be the first set of Negroes to send us back into slavery. And all the while that they doing, they getting a check. Because they don't believe it's going to be a tomorrow. But I got news for you. I would not be that eager to do electronic filing. You've been told. Do not do electronic filing. They gonna get you. They gonna get you even if you don't owe, they gonna get you. The setup is already in the play. It's already in play. If you do electronic filing, if you got stimulus checks on your name, don't be looking for no tax refund back this year. And don't be shocked that you don't give one. because you was told that you wasn't going to get one. You just don't want to believe. But I bet you if I was white and I told you, you'll believe me. So that's how true it is. I'm telling you, if I was white and I told you you wasn't going to get no income tax this time, that you better not file electronically. You better not do none of that craziness this time. Because they going to get you. They going to get you because they broke. Why you think they latched hold of your bank account? This is your boy on my birthday. Hopefully the rest of it will be as glorious and I will hear no more sad news of Mr. Charlie's pitfall. But I advise every black American, it is time to say something. I don't care how you say it. In email, in letter, that school department go after their contractors. If they have an AC company that do business with that school company, then refuse to do business with them because they sanction children eating out of garbage cans. I don't know no American businessman that would sanction any place that would make an American child, regardless of the color, eat out of a garbage can just for her own entertainment. If you associate with anybody at that school, if you know a parent at that school, and you are not questioning them why they're not outraged, why their child still going there and they're allowing their child to go there after they know that somebody, a white teacher who is part of their white union, made a black child eat out of a garbage can, and you still want to send your child to that school, you a sorry piece of trash. You a sorry piece of flesh. My granddaddy would have burned that school down. My uncle would have burned that school down, went with it, and would have stood there while it burned, and the police wasn't going to touch nobody. Because America is tired. If the police come and defend someone that would make a child eat out of the duck bowl, that's right. Police ain't got no love for the children either, because they handcuff 4-year-old, 5-year-old. So it's not unimaginable that a child can be treated that way in the presence of a white police officer, and he do nothing. You wanna know why he ain't gonna do nothing? Oh, that's right. That teacher's white. And see, it's different when she do it. I'm gonna give you another example. In Lakeland, Florida, there's a young lady who was smelling herself. She wasn't feeling herself. She allowed them little white children to fill up on her. Let her fill up on her. Just a teacher through Kelly Services in Lakeland, Florida High School. She's 20 years old. She went through a staffing agent. In this staffing agent, she got real comfortable with them on face. She got so comfortable that the bitch did a porno movie with the little student under the age of 16 because she figured she could run the game and say, age don't matter. But she forgot. See, she got the black coon in. She didn't have a blonde, blue-eyed coon in. So what they do is they put a woman, after they got their jollies and showed the tape all over the school and made fun. See, you got to keep in mind, Lakeland High School is almost predominantly all white school. But she was in the mix because, she was on the fast track. She might have some of the HBU boys talking to her and all like that, recruiting her because she's going to be a teacher. She's going to be a black teacher. You see what I'm saying? She is no different than those black teachers at that school who allowed that to go on because they feel comfortable with their assimilation, their integration, because they're under the misconception that they're equal. Now, this chick, she wake up one morning, the sheriff's department on her say, tap, tap. They didn't put the handcuffs on her. They ain't got a warrant because a little piece of meat then turned her in. And now she didn't caught a statutory rape battery charge. She ruined. Right? Now, the question is, over the last 6 years in the state of Florida, we didn't have blonde, Becky, blue-eyed, go and speak with everything that's moving instead. I can tell you, blonde, blue-eyed, them heifers were sleeping with stapler guns, shock erasers. Okay? She don't give a damn. This is what these blonde, blue-eyed teachers, white female teachers is doing. They're doing all kind of crazy stuff. But the sister, she thought she was in the mix. She thought she was socially acceptable. She didn't think the rules applied to her and that she could, because she was 20 years old, she was in the mix and the white boys like her and they spending money and they got cars and all like this. She all in the mix. She saw her in the mix. She go over their house and sleep at their house. Okay? Then she gets so far in the mix, she want a booty call. She want 2 booty calls at her house. Okay? And then she want to get butt wild and do it in the utility closet. I mean, this happens just wide open. And by the time the white boys got through with it, she was wide open. But let the majority right, that's them black folks from the NAACP and black colleges, they're going to say, oh, she not going to get treated right. She ain't going to get no fair hair. We want her to get what Becky get. She should get the same penalty as Bobby. They didn't go to jail. They had probation and all like that. Why she got to go to jail? That bitch raped a child. Okay? He was not old enough to consent. I don't give a damn if this pecker did get hard. That's your perspective. The law is that he was a child. And when they say child, they do not distinguish based upon gender, whether or not it's battery or statutory rape. That just shows you how ignorant you are in your thinking. If you can find justification for a boy to do it, but you find some morbid ugliness because the girl get caught up. No, it's a child. America, we got problems, people. And on my birthday. But it's no different than any other person's birthday because it's madness on everyone's birthday these days. So in that, we're going to study hard. We're going to put our head to the grind. And we're going to show our displeasure. We're going to send my voice to Ohio. We're going to say, just because they Caucasians don't make it right. And at every leisure, the Ohio Black Teachers Union, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Because I'm going to beat up your ass like a bad Kotek. Because y'all some sinful, ugly people in the Black Ohio school system. Any teacher, any black teacher from Ohio should be disgusted by this. And if she finds out this going on and she's assigned to that school and you go there, you are nothing but the enemy to your people too. So that means you sanction that kind of behavior for $1. This is your boy, Mr. Political, and I'm out. And thank you very much.